So as I've stated in some of the previous videos, I'm just taking it along with me scouting. I'm not trying to teach you how to scout. But what I'm doing here is I'm trying to track down a very large mature buck that's on southeastern Wisconsin public land. And it's the only time I've ever actually run into this issue where a deer was leaving too much sign. Almost everywhere I go, this deer is just laying down these giant rubs all over the places in these bedding areas that are just getting pounded. So I'm really at the point where I've got a few different spots that I plan on hunting this deer, but there's too many options, put it that way. So in this particular video, I'm getting out of work a little bit earlier during the week. Me and Rex are going out scouting, and we actually, on this video, we don't find a ton of his sign, which is actually a good thing because it narrows down the net a little bit more. We do find some of it, and you'll see that in the video. And then since then, we've scouted a couple other pieces, and one of them, he's just got a ton of sign in, and the other one, he's only got a little bit of sign in. And it's funny because they're on opposite sides of the road of each other. So that'll be coming up in a later video, maybe later this week or next week. Turkey hunting this weekend. So if you guys are going out, good luck hunting this weekend if you got period A. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. You're probably not gonna. The wind noise is terrible in it. It was really windy this day, but I can't control the weather, so sorry, dudes. Alright, so we're picking up where we left off earlier in the week. Hopefully you can hear me and it's not all just wind noise. But we just cut off the main trail into the swamp where it just kind of would start coming in. And boy, do we got hunter sign in here. We got the guy's trail camera right there. Got a scent wick on the tree branch over there. And right here you got somebody's tack for coming in and out. I'm actually kind of surprised that there's as much human sign as there is right here, because there's no real deer sign. But we're going to keep pushing back into the swamp where it actually looks like it's going to start getting better. And hopefully there's no reason for sign back here. You're being a nut. Go find the hunt. Go find the horn. Hey, where's the horn? Go find a horn. So as we're coming back, I'm not even going to bother to look at that stuff here. The reason I'm not going to do that is because we're just kind of in grass right here. So this is still kind of easy access. And obviously we got hunter sign right back behind me there. And the other major reason is there's no shade. Where those trees are, there's really nothing that's going to be leaning over and creating a shade canopy for them deer. So we're just going to keep pushing back here until we get... It's pretty far back in order to... So I'm going to keep pushing back until we start finding some more bushier stuff and wetter stuff. It's hopefully going to kind of stop guys. Hopefully we can find some type of barrier that's going to be a little bit harder to cross. So I really haven't found a whole lot for deer sign in this piece, but man, there's the second trail camera I found for a very minimal deer sign. There are trails in here, but really no decent bedding that I've found so far. But we're working back. I fear that it's going to get a little worse with people sign as we get back into the woods. So we'll still check it out. It's kind of nice to at least know the area. All right, so we just found our first decent rub. We've covered a pretty decent amount of ground here too. And it's kind of right back in the area where I expected to start finding stuff if I didn't find it in the front. And we're just paralleling a main trail here. I'm about to cut down into the edge of the swamp and parallel it some more. But we haven't really found a whole lot of big buck sign with the exception of this rub here. So I'm going to walk this strip. I'm not really expecting to find a whole lot in here, seeing as how it's so close to the trail, but you never really know. We got another rub right here on this tree. Older rub. Got another trail camera, and that guy, that's the fourth one of his cameras that I've found now. He's got his labeled with his name on them. So he is covering a pretty fair amount of ground out here. Definitely guys hunting out here, that's for sure. Another scent wick there hanging off that tree branch. It's a hell of a walk to get back out here. It's good trails though. Got another real nice rub here. We haven't really been finding a lot of rubs, but I'm walking down this trail and I'm looking at just this little bit of structure right off the trail. I'm just standing here looking at it thinking, you know, it's too small, it's too close to the trail. That deer ain't gonna be laying in there. As I'm standing there, sure enough, I see the silhouette of a doe standing there, and it turned out there were two of them when she got up. But once I got into here, there's a pretty nice trail coming in. Got this rub. The top of this rub is at my chest here. You can see how beat down this is coming into here. Got another little rub right here. It really don't take much to, it seems like any little bit of structure there is seems to have deer in it. We haven't really been seeing a lot of deer. Most of the sign that we've been coming across has all been early season sign. But just the nasty stuff, man, I tell ya. So I just got out of the piece that I was in and decided to cross the road into kind of this no man's land of stuff here just to see if, you know, I was like, you know what, this is kind of like a sneaky little spot that nobody would ever hunt. And I'm not even 20 yards off the edge of the road here, and I already found the first rub from this guy. And there's really nothing for trees. There's one more tree out over there that I'm gonna go work to. I'm curious to see if there's any beds underneath that, because that would be a sneaky, impossible spot to kill him at, but be interesting to check out. So I'm gonna head over there next. We got this little tree right here. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like something laid there before. It's not like a real worn in bed, like it's getting used all the time, but it kind of looks like it's been used. No rubs on this tree here. So sure enough, got a bed here too, but it's not like super worn in. Right off the road. Not really too sure what to think about this, to be honest. So we're back in an absolute jungle of this stuff, and you can imagine in the springtime this would just be nasty. But got a really giant bed right here. Big old turds in it. And we got a few other things that kind of look like beds right in there. This I'm not so sure about, but it's all matted down. You know, it's not really real structure, but man, in the springtime this is thicker than hell. Safe. Nobody would hunt this. I mean, you can't even hunt it. Can you imagine when in springtime you're gonna be able to see 5 feet? Interesting. We're where's that tree now? Can't see it through this stuff. I don't think we're much more than maybe 150 yards from that tree where the rub was. Checking this out. Well, I didn't get it on the camera quick enough, but we just jumped a doe out of here. At least I think it was a doe. She came out right over there. Can't say that I've ever really hunted big, thick groves of weeds like this before. Oh wow. What is this up ahead here? There's a big bare spot up there. We got some kind of intersecting trails and stuff up in here too. Rex, come! Rex, come! Come. Come on. So I am working on a theory right now. According to the maps, it shows a creek farm that runs through here, and I don't think there's going to be any water in it. But what I think it's going to be, I expect that there's going to be bedding on the sides of it and in it. So I'm working my way to it, and I just want to walk down the center of it if there's not water in it, and just see how much bedding is going on inside this kind of dried up canal. I think we're going to find a lot. There's a lot of trails running through all this stuff. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on, you.